like the price, the $10 price is high for a Thursday night on Cahuenga. And they come up and they're so accustomed to not paying anything because most of the places are free that they come to our spot and say, I don't know, $10, I don't know, yeah. And then we're so strict about making them pay that maybe they don't come in, or they do come in, they're frustrated, and if it's not packed and not hot, then they won't come back because they'll be like, I got gypped. That's kind of the essence of what that type of person feels. So I feel like, okay, I understand that, and I do recognize that we're going to need, we can't rely on our core crowd. The Kiss and Grind crowd and the Sweeter Life crowd are not going to be the same. They're not going to come every week because they're adults. I don't expect to see them every Thursday night. So we are going to have to reach into a different group of people. And we also have to think about a couple of different things. Like I mentioned to him that we're still feeling out the programming, like what time of day and what kind of music to play, like how to hit the people with new music, but then satisfy them with enough familiar stuff so they can stay, and if they're not heads, so to speak, what will make them stay in that spot all night long. Because some people just scratch their heads and say, oh, if I don't recognize this music, that means I shouldn't dance to it. You know what I mean? People move that way. And doing some type of drink promotion to get people in there earlier so that by 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, they're already loose versus coming in at 11 trying to get loose. And the party jumps off at 12:30 on a Thursday and we only have 45 minutes of people dancing. Encouraging people to come in groups of 20 to 30.
Well, that goes back to, I mean, everything that we were discussing initially before we even got in there, about what were the goals going to be for the weekly, had to do with getting, number one, birthday parties, special events, things like that, that could go down early. And then, you know, having some of our younger supporters out on the street, getting a lot of new blood, and also going after the KCRW contingent, utilizing them as much as possible, and some of our allies there, and not worrying about the Kiss and Grind crowd at all. Because we're always going to have the sprinkling of them. They're always going to be there to support us, but they're going to be true to Kiss and Grind and come to Sweeter Life sort of like whenever they feel like it,
right,
whenever they're thinking about it. And with the programming, I mean, it's Kiss and Grind, it's a black joint. And Sweeter Life is supposed to be black and then some, and eclectic and everybody else. And I think that comes into play with how we're going to program the night. If it's too familiar, what are going to be the familiar things that we play? And then who are the people we're going to go after that can make sense of that kind of programming?
This is supposed to be a concept party. So right now it's just music and a venue. So we have to bring the concept to the table to get people in there early. It's got to be the early drink special or, you know, cakes or whatever. You know, we got to advertise that, and then we have to get the crew, like the people like Eve, who she started to do a good job at least networking with the people that are in-house.
Yeah, she just has to be, you know, directed.
Yeah.
You know,
We got to get 5 Eves, you know, to just constantly bring us new folks. And in an organized way. And I think we can't rely on the base people. When we have a big event, a big push like Kiss and Grind, what I learned from this past month was doing that monthly party. When we fully produce it for the first time versus being in the club, it took a lot of energy, like a whole lot of energy. So like trying to promote a weekly and get ready for this massive, from the ground up, monthly party was intense, you know what I mean? So I think our energy, everybody on the team was to kind of like,
yeah, on the low.
and then trying to pick back up to the weekly party. So we have to be careful with showing favoritism to one or the other, because you leave that, if you don't nurture that weekly, that'll go away. So we really definitely have to figure out how to make that a powerhouse and target the people. And we just have to really get into the design, like to the cool flyer, cool look, hitting everybody's pages, and MySpace pages and Facebook pages, and, not being ashamed about promoting.
My name's Garth Trinidad. I host long-running radio program, 11 years or so, called Chocolate City on 89.9 FM KCRW in Los Angeles. KCRW.com if you're not in LA. You can hear it anytime you want. Out here in LA putting in work, representing quote-unquote urban alternative music, which means, all kind of music you don't hear represented, from the urban diaspora through terrestrial or commercial means. You don't really see or hear things that I play via MTV or VH1 or BET, or hear them on commercial radio stations, so on and so forth. But there is a plethora of incredible artists, musicians, producers from around the world that are doing phenomenal things with music, and I choose to represent that instead. Feels good.
A great note. Looks like Brand New Heavies have officially decided to join our Grammy event that we're promoting. It's going to be an urban alternative themed party concert, like Kiss and Grind live. Kiss and Grind is our moving party. It's kind of underground, but it's really a soul, what would you call it? Soul phenomenon. It's an LA soul phenomenon that we move around from different galleries and interesting places here in downtown LA.